Hey, what's up, everybody? Paul James here. Give me some ones in the chat box. Let me know if you can hear me okay, see my screen. Awesome. Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee is always on the money. The King of Prussia. Awesome. Perfect, perfect. Lots of ones. Great. Volume is low. I'm on my MacBook, and I'll explain why. So hopefully you can just crank me up because I don't have my good mic with me. And I will explain why. I'm going to put this into full screen mode. Oh, bummer. Full screen mode doesn't let me see questions, though. Let's see here. All right. Well, I might have to pop in and out of questions, but we'll just start here for now. Yeah, like Mike said, I am on vacation. So let me know where everyone is calling in from, and then we'll get to the reasoning. But I just want to see where everyone else is calling in from. Jeff from Oregon, Mike from Iowa, Glenda from Alberta. Carl says, will I be recording this? Yes, I'm definitely recording it. Let me make sure. Yep, it is recording. You do know how technology works, though. It works when it wants to. So hopefully we'll have the replay. Peter from Brooklyn, welcome, guys. Carl from the UK. Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Bob from Maine, awesome. I see someone from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my hometown. Very cool. Awesome. So I'm going to pop into full screen mode, and then I'll probably pop in and out of this every once in a while to look at questions just to make sure like we don't lose sound or something like that. You know how things work out on webinars. And normally I'm on a dual screen monitor. So for this, I'm on my laptop, and it's kind of weird and challenging to be on one screen. And normally I have a professional microphone and stuff. So I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin myself, actually West Bend to be specific, which is about 30 minutes from there. And basically my wife and I are on vacation right now in Florida. So we're doing Disney and Universal and the theme parks and stuff. And it's kind of a tradition that we started doing every year now. And we stay someplace warm for a month out of the year, which is really nice and fun to do. But, this time vacation has been, I don't know, every time really, but this time especially, we've ran into some trouble. You could see there was a huge bolt in the tire of my car. A couple days ago, if you caught the YouTube video, you probably already saw this, but a couple days ago, we went to Universal, and I'll just kind of fill people in who didn't see it, and as more people fill into the webinar here, and then we'll get started. We went into Universal Studios, a theme park, and we paid for the parking, and all of a sudden I pull out of the parking gates, and I just hear like this like flap, 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 and it's like the sound of a tire like smacking against the ground, over and over and over again. And I'm thinking like, wow, we must have popped a tire. So we're going into the parking garage, and I'm just like thinking like, I might as well park, and thinking in my head like I'm going to have to get out and, put the spare tire on. So I get in the garage and I go all the way to the end and try to find a good spot to put a tire on, and I get out of the car and there's this huge bolt in it. So we inform security, and they weren't very helpful. They called their managers, and it was a big dilemma. They told us they're not going to do anything. We were hoping that if they weren't going to pay for the tire, that at least they would do something to help us. Maybe give us fast passes or something. For the inconvenience that this caused. And no, they just weren't doing anything. So it's kind of a bad start to the day. And then I went home later, I think the next day, and went to shoot a video on it. And I was gonna post on the YouTube channel. So if you've noticed that the YouTube channel hasn't had much content as of lately, that's because my Canon G7X, I had it sitting on a bendy tripod thing, and the bendy tripod thing ended up crashing through the ground. And someone said, so I threw my camera at it. Yeah, basically. So yeah, I set the camera up to record, and smack hit the concrete. And it's a nice camera. It's like $750 camera. So now that's shattered, and hopefully we'll fix it. But that's why there's been lack of YouTube videos lately. And it's like all this stuff is happening, and I could be home though. I was thinking, I went and checked my email shortly after this happened, and I checked my email and looked, and I saw this come through, and it's a monthly SEO fee of $500, right? And this comes through multiple times. This is just one client. Some of the fees are $1,500, some are $1,000, and some are 500, and some are a little smaller, but most of them aren't smaller than this, because this is kind of the lowest we tend to go. And I got to thinking, it's still, I'm just lucky to be here. And, other people are, while I'm here for a month, I'm able to let my business run and try and work as much as I can from here. But for the most part, it's just running, and other people are working 9-to-5 jobs. So thankful for that. I also got this. You can see here that someone emailed me and said that they emailed me on Monday but haven't had a response yet. And this is a travel company that is very interested in working with me. And obviously I'm on vacation, so I'm not really like responding to emails all that much while I'm here, but I'm still closing deals, and they're kind of hounding me to answer their questions because they want to pay me some money. And then here's another one, another person, they say thank you for getting back to me while you're on vacation, and I'll get back to you tomorrow with which option I'm going to choose. Right? So all that is pretty cool, and it's it's cool that things are working and going even while on vacation. And I got to thinking, I need to do a webinar. And let me know, guys, my internet here is kind of crappy, so if I ever cut in and out, I notice my audio says that it's coming in. Give me some ones if you can still hear me. I just want to make sure. Are you guys still with me? Sorry about that. Okay. I'm just trying to see if I can hook up to my cell phone here, because looks like the audio went in and out on me. But it looks like we're good now anyway, so I'll just leave it turned off. But just so you know, if it goes off again like that, just bear with me. Okay, cool. So anyways, I'll keep an eye on the audio, and if it disconnects, I'll pop out of the webinar. All right. So anyways, hopefully you guys caught that. Did you catch what I was saying about the payments coming in, even though this is all going on? Just give me some twos if we got that far. Okay, well, I'll just kind of recap. So even though all the camera stuff happened, I refresh my email and I see this monthly SEO fee coming in. And then I see another email that says, I emailed you Monday but haven't had a response. And obviously that's because I'm on vacation. So I've got clients kind of hounding me who want to work with me. Like, this is not a client yet, but they want to be a client of mine. So they were looking for a quick response. And then another one here saying that they're going to get back to me with the package they're choosing. My point of this is all this is kind of going on still, even while I'm on vacation. And I got to thinking, this is a good time for me to actually break down, what I'm doing and how this all started. So that's the title of this webinar, is how to leverage Google Maps to build a 6-figure and beyond SEO consulting business, which is what all of those screenshots are in reference to, and all of that just happened, even despite all the stuff going on with the tire, getting a bolt in it and the camera breaking, and there's still some good stuff going on, which is awesome. So my favorite part about this business model actually is the recurring element of it. You can see there's lots of payments, 500, 1,500. I've got months where we do really, really well, and these are all through multiple merchant accounts. And so I mean, things are awesome, but our average client pays us a $1,500 setup fee to start off with Google Maps, and then we charge a $500 to $1,000 a month maintenance fee. And the way that works is we just say, hey, we'll keep you going on Google Maps as long as you keep paying us that fee. So it's kind of the benefit of working with us, is like we don't really do any kind of crazy contracts or anything like that, because we get such awesome results with Google Maps that they don't want to stop paying us. So that's pretty awesome. I just want to kind of take a little poll here, and let me know in the chat box. I'll pop in and out here. Who here thinks SEO is complicated? Because when I first started off, I sure did. Just put a yes or no. I see some people say I do. Can be yes. Sure. Me, yes. Okay. Yeah. So that was kind of my thought as I first got into things. And then who here is having trouble getting clients? So if you're doing SEO, are you having trouble getting clients? Or do you have more clients than you can handle? Okay, I see lots of people are having trouble. Okay. Yeah, so that was, I think that's kind of normal. That's kind of the experience that I noticed. So here's what I want to do. Do I have your 100% commitment for the next 30 to 45 minutes, that you're going to turn off all distractions, cell phone, Facebook, close out of all the other tabs, close the office door or wherever you're watching this from. And in return, I'm going to break down this system and provide you with a ton of value. Let me know if we have a deal in the chat box.
We got a deal? Okay, lots of deals, great. All right, a quick little earnings disclaimer as well, just so that we're, keeping the attorneys happy. Throughout this presentation, I'll be throwing out a lot of big numbers and big results that either me or my students have achieved. You're going to see a lot of that, a lot of people who followed my system getting awesome results, and I'm going to show you that. But please don't interpret this as a get-rich-quick scheme, because I personally don't believe in that. I only believe in hard work, and I'm not implying that these results are typical or that you'll achieve the same results. Like any business, you have to be willing to take action. And I mean, think about a treadmill. Like, you can't just buy a treadmill and expect to lose weight. You're going to actually have to run on it, right? So just want to put that out there and make sure. I think everyone here is smart enough to realize that, but just in case, never know, right? Let me see if I can zoom in on this so I don't have to keep going in and out of this presentation. Is that going to be big enough for you guys? Let me know. Can you guys see that okay if I don't go into presentation mode? Okay, cool. Because otherwise I can't see the chat box and I have to keep popping in and out. So I'm now having some pretty big months. You can see a screenshot there, but that wasn't always the case for me. Things are great now and I'm having great months now, but things weren't always that way. In fact, not that long ago, I was living in my brother's garage. I don't know who here has heard my story. I was driving a 1994 Nissan Maxima, was going to nursing school, and the reason why is because I got laid off from a heating and cooling company. So I decided that I was going to take a big career change, and at the heating and cooling company, I had worked my way up to a position where I was managing things and running a lot of things, and getting laid off, it was like, well, what do I do with my life? So I decided to go to nursing school, and then I took a job at Walmart as a cashier, and that's pretty big difference, I guess you could say. But my thinking was, I just wanted to find something that I could make a decent living with and something that I enjoyed doing, and I really enjoyed the science behind nursing. So I did that. I played in a band in the meantime, so I was, kind of learning marketing and stuff through that, and learning how social media and stuff like that works. That's me on the left there playing guitar, and then I had another band that I was in after that where I also sang and wrote all the music and stuff like that, and that was pretty cool. But really, when I look back on it, this was kind of like my rock bottom time. Living in the garage with no bathroom and stuff like that was, pretty crazy. So as I'm sitting there in the garage one day on my computer, I have like this flashback, and I remember coming across an ad on this character called the Rich Jerk. Anyone here ever hear of the Rich Jerk? So the Rich Jerk was like this off-the-wall character. Think of like Hugh Hefner. And it's kind of like that, had a bunch of like jets and cars and Ferraris. I think there's a Ferrari right there. It looks like it. And I decided that I remember seeing this ad a while ago, and I had bought the product, the Rich Jerk. And I made a little bit of money with the product, but I was so busy with like my band and stuff like that I ended up kind of forgetting about it and putting it off to the side. Anyone here ever done that with an internet marketing product? You buy it and then it just kind of sits on the hard drive, and you maybe do a little with it, but then you just kind of forget about it. But it was enough to like give me proof of concept, right? Like I knew that there was this world of making money online, and I knew that people were doing it, and I knew that was possible because I had made a little bit of money. But until I hit rock bottom, I really didn't think about it again. So curiosity and mystery leads me to SEO, search engine optimization. I end up Googling who is the Rich Jerk one day because I'm like just so curious about this guy behind this character, and I find the guy behind it, and I find out he's got another course out there on how to do search engine optimization. And basically the course said, buy an exact match domain, find an affiliate product to promote on that domain, and then rank it in Google. So that's what I do. I'm in nursing school at the time, and I rank a site. This is the exact site, by the way. And it was a site on a topic I was taking in school called anatomy and physiology. And you can see on the sidebar here, I had a CPA offer for a credit report, and then above it, I had some flashcards that I sold on ClickBank. And I was making money with this site. I made my first $20 with this site, and I just kept going from there, and things kind of rapidly, kind of took off. But something happened, right? I took this site, and basically back then, SEO was a little bit different than it is now. It was kind of like the thought that I had was like, oh, let's just go get a bunch of backlinks, right? Whoever has the most backlinks wins. And for those of you who don't know what backlinks are, it's basically when another site links back to yours. So I decided I'm going to go out there and get a bunch of backlinks, and I really don't know what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on an internet marketing forum and find someone I can pay to do backlinks for me. So I found one for 10,000 XRummer links. Anyone here remember XRummer? It was a software that basically robotically went and created a bunch of backlinks. So I paid someone, I think like $20 to create me 10,000 Rummer links. And guess what happened? Guess what happened after I blasted that site with 10,000 XRummer links? Someone says Google slap. Yeah. Someone said nothing. No, something happened. I ended up basically disappearing from Google entirely. Just was totally gone. The site was just disappeared. And coincidentally enough, I still was ranking pretty good in Bing. So I don't know, for those of you who want to do something, I don't know if Bing is still, if you could still rank good in Bing with Drummer, but it worked pretty well. I was ranking and making money that way, but my Google thing was gone. So I was kind of, starting to learn about Google and backlinks, and kind of got a hard lesson, I guess you could say, in the world of SEO. And then one day I'm searching online, and I don't remember what I was doing. I was looking up like a pizza place or something, and I see this pack of listings pop up. And I thought to myself, a light bulb went off, like, wow, this is cool. Like, this pack of listings shows up above everything else. I wonder what it would take to show up in there. Like, if I could just show up in there, or get someone to show up in there, man, that would be huge. So experimentation begins with the heating company that I used to work for. I went back to them and basically asked them if I could kind of use them as my guinea pig and figure out this new map pack, because there was no one talking about it at the time when I started doing it. There was no courses out there. There was just kind of generic SEO courses, which isn't the same thing at all. SEO is so complicated compared to this. So what happens? I feel like I hit the easy button. Kind of felt like I won the lottery, to be honest with you. And now with Google Maps, I could basically rank for any of the top local search that I wanted to. And this is exactly what it looks like. Anyone here seen these before? I'm sure a lot of people on here have. Maybe it's new to some people, but it shows up right at the top of any local search. So not going to be good for like affiliate stuff, but for local, it was like killer. So rankings and call volume starts going up. This is a real screenshot out of my account. You can see like the total call volume coming in there. I mean, every single month we were just totally killing it. And I started setting up a bunch of these. I felt like I had basically uncovered what felt like a cheat code to get first page rankings without the complexity that regular SEO had. It was like, again, like I kind of hit the lottery. And the reason why is because it's basically, I'm going to kind of let you in on a little insight here, is it's backlinks without backlinking. This is kind of the secret to why this works so well. So backlinks without backlinking is basically when you take your listings information, so like Viking Plumbing, for example, and when Viking Plumbing is listed on another site like Yelp or like Angie's List, you guys have seen those directory sites before, right? That's considered like a backlink for local. So you could just basically go out there and create a bunch of these directory sites, or add your client to these directory sites, and all of a sudden, boom, you're like showing up, which is awesome. Now I'm gonna give you some resources here. You probably want to write these down or take a screenshot of them or something. So Moz is a kind of like an authority industry site in the industry. They have this site where they categorize based off of what kind of company it is. So like for carpet cleaners, it'll reverse engineer and tell you what the top citation sources are. This is backlinks without backlinking. They're called citations. So when the name, address, and phone number is listed on a directory site, Google gives you basically a point for that. But some sites hold more authority than others in certain industries. And Moz breaks that down for you right here. So these are the ones that you want to go after first. So if you're running a car rental company, you want to go after Enterprise, then Yellow Pages, and then Yelp. But if you're running a carpet cleaning company, or you have a client that's a carpet cleaner, you want to go after Yellow Pages, then Service Magic, then Super Pages, then Yelp. So you know the exact order in which kind of the authority is given. Now, you can then go and reverse engineer by city or location if you want as well, which is another way. So right here, if you're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, then you know that that town holds Yelp, Yellow Pages, City Search, Super Pages to a higher authority. Someone says the image is hard to see. Let me pop into the presentation for these ones. Is that a little bit easier for you? So go ahead and take a screenshot of that. Otherwise, write down the URL. You could do a search in Google for it too. Just type in like Moz top citation sources for cities, and then type in like Moz top citation sources for categories. Okay, so hopefully you guys got your screenshots on that. All right, some people are saying the audio is going out again. Are we good on audio now? It looks like the audio is connected right now. Hopefully we're okay. The joy of trying to do webinars on vacation. Okay, let's keep going. So there's one key thing that you really want to make sure you do with this is don't make this mistake. You have to make sure it matches what Google has. So, here's the Google listing. You can see here that Viking Plumbing, if it has Viking Plumbing, comma, Inc. dot, that's exactly how you want to put it on the other directory sites. You don't want to put like incorporated. And then same with down here, the address, how it says 1568 North N for North. That's how you want to do it. You don't want to spell it all out. You want to put the abbreviation N just like it has it. So you want to make sure it matches perfectly what Google has. Okay, so who here wants to see some case studies? Give me some ones if you want to see some case studies. All right, so these are real clients, guys. So I blocked some stuff out, but I'd appreciate it if you don't go calling these guys or messing with my rankings. So that's why I tried to blur most of them out. So heating contractor here. You can see here we ranked for city name HVAC contractor. Now they're not only number one for that keyword, which is a major keyword in maps, but they're number one for organic as well, right underneath it. Now I used to show these case studies. I would show them and actually show the company name and everything, but one time someone did some negative SEO on me, and that took a while to fix. So I can't mess with my clients. This is money coming in, and obviously my clients, jeopardizes my clients too. So now I have to block stuff out. But hopefully you'll still get a good enough idea. Another case study here of a roofer that I work with. So this one is ranked for city roofer. So city roofer. So if you're from Atlanta, it would be ranked for Atlanta roofer. But this isn't Atlanta. This is my city that I ranked my client in. Number one in the maps listing. Another one here, towing company that I work with. I see Peter's asking me, how did I get my client? Don't worry, Peter, I'm gonna break it down for you, so hang with me. All right, so this one, I'm ranked for city towing. Now this one is pretty impressive because you can see here, my listing, I'm the number one on this search. No website connected to it, so I'm outranking one that has a website, and also no reviews, whereas my two competitors have reviews. And that's just how awesome it is. I mean, Maps is just, it's like, again, it's just ridiculous. It's just so easy. But the real proof for me is in my clients' results. Like, I don't care about the first page ranking so much as I care about the results. So this is that towing company. Look at that, 1,619 calls to that one. 1,619 calls off of that towing one that I just showed you. No website, no reviews. Now, let me ask you, if you could rank a business on page one of Google Maps and generate that kind of call volume, how much do you think you could charge? Or better yet, how much would you charge? How much would you charge if you could get that kind of call volume? Let me know in the chat box. See someone say 1,000, 5,000, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 per month. Awesome. Yeah. And that's kind of exactly what, where we're coming from here. So these are payments that, come in from my Stripe account. You got 1,500, 1,500, 2,000, 500. Someone says they would charge per lead. Yeah, definitely. I do that too. One of the first ones I did was a snow plowing business, and I charged per lead for that one because I figured snowplow leads were only good in winter. Here's another one. I don't just get payments on my merchant processor, but we even get sent cash through Western Union. And this works in every country. You just go and Google, and if the Maps listings pop up, it's going to work. This is a client of mine from Sweden. They're from Stockholm, and you can see here they said the money is sent $500. They send me the tracking information, and then I go to Western Union and I pick it up. So, we accept payments many different ways. That's totally up to you. But who here wants to know one of the ways I land clients like this? There's many ways to do it. I mean, we've only got about an hour here to break this stuff down. So I'm going to show you one of the most effective ways, if that sounds like a deal, because obviously I can't break it all down in an hour, but we could probably go with one. Okay, awesome. Another question: how many clients like this do you want? Just put a number in the chat box. Maybe you want to land enough clients to quit your job. How many clients is that going to take? I see a couple of people say 20. Awesome. A lot of 10s. 10 would put you right about a six-figure income if you're charging $1,000 per month. Awesome. Okay, cool. So here's what you want to do. When you go into Google and you go into the maps page and you type in dentist Waukesha, you want to find business owners that have not claimed their listing. Okay, so how do you know if they haven't claimed their listing? See right there, it says find business owners that have not claimed their listing, and then arrow points to own this business. It'll say that on the listing. It'll say own this business. And if you see that, it means that they did not claim their listing, that business owner did not claim it. So it's unverified. So why should a business owner claim their listing? Well, on July 28th, Google will begin shutting down these GMB, which stands for Google My Business, aka Google Maps, associated Google Plus pages that have not been associated with user accounts and are also not verified. This was posted in Google's support forums. This was posted, they told their photographers, because Google has a photographer program where they can upload photos. I see someone else saying the audio is bad. Let me know if we still have the audio, guys. Sorry I keep asking that, but I know that the audio goes in and out when I'm on vacation here in this house. Okay, good. So we'll keep going. But anyways, do you see the reason why here? The reason why is because if they don't do it, they could disappear entirely from Google, and no one wants that, right? So you want to identify those business owners. So who here wants to know the 5-step process? All right, here we go. Let's break this down. Step 1, inform the business owner. So you're going to find the business owner. You're going to inform them. This can be done by phone, email, direct mail, and explain to them that Google doesn't know whether or not they are still in business or not, because they have not verified or claimed their Google listing. Step 2, instill honest fear. I call this honest fear because you're not doing it to be like a jerk, like you're helping them out. This is something that they need to know. Explain that they are at risk for removal from Google if they don't take action on this, and put that loss into terms that they understand. Who here knows of a good idea? How would it be a good idea to put that in terms that they can understand? I see Peter saying, what about getting past the gatekeeper? This is how you get past the gatekeeper, Peter. You tell them literally, hey, your listing is at risk for removal if you don't do something about this right now. And you put it in loss in terms that they can understand. I'm going to show you a quick way. You guys want to see a quick way of how I break this down? How I put the loss in terms? Number 1 is you could just be honest and say your listing is going to be removed. But number 2 is you could show them the amount of business they lose out on. Go to keywordkeg.com. Don't do it right now, but write it down. Keywordkeg.com. Enter in, you can enter in the keyword. And look, it shows what they're missing out on. Do you see where it says Plumber Atlanta, $30,250 value? Now that's the total volume if they got all 1,000 searches, because AdWords would charge them $30.25. You don't even have to talk about that. That's good for pricing. Really all you need to show them is the search volume, the 1,000. If they could capture even a small percentage of that traffic, right? Just a small percentage of that 1,000 people, I mean, that's huge. So you can show that to them. You can put that loss in terms that they can understand. All right, step 3, give them hope. Let them know that they don't have to worry as long as they take action and verify their listing. And explain the process. Step 4, take the reins and become the authority. Right? Business owners are busy running their business. So you're going to offer to help them. Your expertise is going to shine through and you're going to win their trust and admiration. Right? People buy from who they know, like, and trust. And that's exactly what this is going to do. Step 5, you're going to deliver the verification to them. They're going to confirm that they've been verified. And now this is where you're going to hook them. You're going to upsell them now that you've built the trust. And again, it's pretty easy to justify the upsell because first page ranking, you know, for 1,000 leads, Google would charge them $30,000, $250. So if you're charging $500 or $1,000 a month, you know, it's going to be a no-brainer. All right, so let me walk through the process of how you're going to find the unclaimed listings now. So if you go and search for your keyword or something that you want to target, you know, pick an industry that you want to target. You can go to Google, type in like dentist Waukesha, and then you're going to see the map pack pop up. Now you're not interested in those first three because probably they're going to already be verified if they're already ranking. So you're going to click more places, and then you're going to start clicking through the list. It's going to pop up a separate page, and you're going to start clicking through the list until you find one that says own this business ? Remember I showed you that screenshot before? So it'll pop up and it'll say own this business. Those are the people that you're looking for. Those are the ones that are actually have a listing that has not been verified. I can try to pull this up for you and show you. Let's see. Okay, so more places, and then you're going to start clicking through these. So you can kind of like go, you know, down a little bit and start clicking through them. And you're going to, here's one right here. The first one I clicked, Dr. Karen M. Jahimic, own this business. All right, and what happens is when you click that, it's going to take you through the verification process. Very easy. This is how you verify it for them. And it's just so simple. And what happens is when you click this, it's going to send a postcard to them. And sometimes you can verify by phone number, but when I do this method, I really like to trigger that postcard verification. Who here can guess why? Who here can guess why I like to trigger the postcard verification? Any good guesses? Kevin says more noticeable. Heidi hit the nail on the head though. It comes from Google, right? So it comes from Google. And it's just, man, it's like authority stacking. You just stack the authority. You went out of your way to point this out to them. You went out of your way to fix it for them. And then they get a postcard in the mail that comes from Google, and then you help them verify it. Like, you're going to have a fan for life off of this. And that's why it's so easy. So this is one of the methods that just works so, so great. Do we have any questions so far? Let's just take a quick pit stop. I'm going to grab a drink of water. Let me know if you have questions so far. See, some people are saying the sound is bad now, so I guess it's a good time to take a little pit stop anyways. I'll be here until the audio clears up. Let me know when the audio is better, guys. Do we have any better audio yet? I'm gonna try and plug in my my mobile. Hold on one second. Okay, better now? Give me some ones if the audio is better. All right, I'm gonna try to plug in my mobile so that we can get through this. Okay, there's some ones coming in now. Okay, better now? Great. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, any questions up to this point? Let me know in the chat box. Okay, cool. So how do I introduce myself? I'm just tell them, hey, I noticed that your listing on Google isn't verified and that it's at risk for removal. I pretty much just go straight into it. And the reason why is because if you start to get into like, hey, this is Paul and you know I'm from XYZ, then you sound like a solicitor right off the bat. And the goal is you want to instill fear right away. So you just say, hey, your Google listing is at risk for removal. And you just go right into it. And normally what happens is the secretary says, hold on a second, and they go grab the owner. Now you can also do this via email. You could do this direct mail. You don't just have to You could set up a funnel, right? And you can send people through that way, like through landing pages. You don't have to call, but calling's pretty easy with this method because it's not like cold calling. Does this work for Canada? This works for any country. Okay, this works for any country. So I don't charge them to verify the listing usually, but you can. Sometimes I'll charge a low fee, like $25, $50. I would say keep it under $100. But the goal here is to build up trust so that you can pitch them on the monthly service. Like you want them to become a fan for life. And you can do this all from your Gmail account. Okay? So you don't have to use the client's Gmail account. Hello, can you guys hear me okay? Let me know. Okay, I see some people saying back. Okay, great. I hooked it up to my phone too, so hopefully if it goes out again, the phone will kick in. Okay, where are we at then, guys? What was the last thing you heard? I apologize for the awful connection here. Okay, so the offer. So you can either offer it for free to them to verify it, and then you do it. It takes you 2 seconds, as you saw. Or you can do it and charge them, but for sure you want to stay under $100, in my opinion. Now, the goal of this is to create a fan for life, right? You're trying to build up trust and authority because your true goal is to sell them a $500 to $1,000 monthly service to keep them ranked in maps. It's not to verify listings for them. I mean, you could do pretty well just verifying listings for $100, right? You could make a nice business out of that, but you're looking at the bigger picture here, which is getting monthly clients paying you every single month. So that's what you really want to focus on. How do you know when you receive the postcard? You're going to have them let you know when they receive the postcard. So you'll tell them to get back to you with the postcard PIN number, and then you just enter it in and boom, they're verified. All right, cool. So I want to show you guys some success stories of other people that I've taught this to. So Paul Tufts, he's doing $20,000 a month now with this, and he didn't know SEO when he first was hired by his first client, which was a mortgage company. You can see here he goes through the thing, but that's basically what the testimonial says, which is pretty awesome. Another one, Tom B. He said, so that trick from today's webinar is what I taught him, landed me a website build and graphic design for $6,000. Oh, my screen is still paused. Good call. Okay, so there's Paul Tufts, right? Paul Tufts doing $20,000 a month. Didn't know SEO when he was hired by his first client, a mortgage company. Then I taught it to Tom B. And you can see he said that the trick from today's webinar landed him a website build and graphic design for $6,000 and a $1,700 a month SEO contract, which is with Maps. So pretty awesome. So let's get some feedback, guys. I know we've had some audio and connection issues, and we've got a lot of people on the call. So I apologize for the issues, but hopefully we made it through, and hopefully the replay quality will be better. I'm hoping that the issue isn't there. But are you enjoying yourself so far? Okay, a lot of people saying this is great. Simple, learning a lot, digging in. Awesome. Okay, great. So let me ask you, if I could give you a step-by-step system to get your Maps business set up and so that you could land your first $1,000 a month client, would that be of any interest to you? Lots of yeses. Awesome. See, someone says they want to do it for their own business, their insurance business. Great. That's awesome. Okay. I'd like to introduce you to Maps Mentor 2.0. Now, Maps Mentor 2.0 this is like my flagship product. This is something that, for the past few years, I've just basically poured everything into, and it's just had so many success stories come out of it. So I kind of want to break down what this is and exactly why, if you think you're a good fit for it, I'm going to break down why I think you should consider it. So I'm just going to kind of break down what the next 7 days, the next week looks like for you as you enroll and become a Maps Mentor student. Now, by the way, guys, this is something that you probably haven't seen for like 6 months, because this is something that I only open up enrollment for periodically, and it goes in stages, because that's why success rates are so high, and I'll explain that in a little bit. You'll see why. but it's very, very limited. This is something that we open up and then close right away, and it stays closed for a long time. So day one, we're going to decide on your approach. So you'll kick off your first day inside of Maps Mentor 2.0 by learning where exactly you'll be spending your time and effort. And you're going to love the total clarity you get and have a clear vision mapped out for your business. So that's how we're going to start out day one. You got to make sure that you know where you're focused on. Day two is going to be researching. So this is a researching phase. You'll learn how to dig up the money, is what I call it, in your market. So you know that niche and location selection are key, and that working smarter, not harder, is the way to go so that you have passive monthly income. Think about this. You don't want to be going after the keywords that take forever and take a bunch of your time and money to get ranked, right? You want to go after the stuff that is maintainable with very little effort. This is how I'm able to go on month-long vacations to Disney World, right? It's because I know this secret and I really, really exploit it. I use this to my advantage. I prefer to look for clients that are easy to work with, and this is what I teach you in day two. Day three is called the website juice up phase. So during this phase, you're going to tweak your client's website so that Google is basically forced to thrust them to the top of the search results. And not only do they want you to do this, but they love you for doing it. Okay, and you spend time here so that you spend less time on everything else. Day number 4 is what I call the perfect listing. And here you'll craft the perfect listing so that your $1,000 per month client not only stands out in Maps and has a lot of customers from your work, but Google loves this as well and rewards you with a ranking increase because of it. Day number 5 is what I call authority hunting. It's the secret that's really not so secret. Google places authority figures at the top of the page, and you'll make sure that your client is one of them by implementing the strategies I call borrowed authority. Not only that, you'll be leveraging my outsources and learn even more in a tell-all interview. This is perfect if you want to be hands-off. So if you want to be, spending time in Disney World like I am and running your business and mostly hands-off, this is how you do it. It's called authority hunting. And with the outsourcing part of it, this is key. This is key to scaling because you can't do everything yourself, and you don't want to. Citation finding, day number 6. You're going to feel like a total pro when you start implementing my private investigator-like tactics for snooping on the competition. Now, this alone can be a major boost in movement in the search results, and you can even outsource this as well, which is what's so awesome about it. And I actually give you the outsources inside of the course. Day 7, this is where everything kind of comes together, and it's the client getting part of it. You'll be in utter shock when you start getting leads straight to your inbox that you'll be able to close and even upsell, right? You saw this at the beginning of the webinar when I showed you those screenshots. Those are screenshots from literally the past couple of days, and they come in all the time because of the system that I implement and the system that I'm giving to you. Clients will love just how great of results you get for them, and word will spread like wildfire. I literally just had someone post the other day on Facebook letting all of their friends know about the work that I did for them, and that literally prompted like 10 people reaching out to me asking if I could do it for them too. And it just makes client getting so easy. So you're going to go through that in day 7. So I want you to ask yourself a critical question here. If you were able to land just one $1,000 a month client, which is it's $12,000 a year, right? How much would this course be worth to you? So that client would be worth $12,000 a year because they're going to be paying you 12 months out of the year, $1,000 a month. So just one client. How much would this course be worth to you? Put it in the chat box, guys. I see someone says a very reasonable answer, 12,000. Yeah, I mean, you'd make your money back for that. You'd be at, you'd be ready to, you'd be in the positive and ready to go. You'd be breaking even. So yeah, definitely, I would agree with you on that. How about one client per month, right? So if you landed just one of those clients every single month, which would be worth $12,000 a year, you'd be on track by the end of next year to do $144,000. How much would the course be worth to you then? See, down to 60,000. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's not even half. So do we have audio still? I see some people saying audio. We'll just make sure. Just do a quick check. Chico says 10,000. Okay, audio's good. Great. All right. The price for Maps Mentor 2.0 is $497. That's what I priced it at because I figure like if you can land just one client, right? One $500 a month client, then you're already broken even. And that's really the goal. But I wanted to give you guys an even better deal. So you're not going to pay $497, even though it's totally worth that, totally worth well over that. You're going to get the special price, the special deal that I'm offering only to my guys. And this is $297. Now, you can go and check out right away if you want. It's mapsmentor.com/2017-discount. And notice you're going to see the $497 price tag on that page because that's what the course is. But I'm giving you guys a special coupon code to use. And the coupon code is 2017 deal. So you'll want to enter that on the checkout page, which is going to give you $200 off of the $497 price, and then it'll put it at the $297. I'm going to put this in the chat box, and then I'm going to go through some more stuff for you guys. I got some more stuff planned. So there it is. For those of you who just know this is for you, you're ready, you want to build your business, and you want to rock, go for it. All right, let's keep on moving then. I got some more client success stories for you. I mean, this was easy for me to put together, these slides, because I just have so much proof and so many success stories that come out of this course. And you know, that's why it was just really easy for me to put all these people in here. And you can see I'm in the corner of the screen. I did interviews with these guys. What I did was I went through and I looked at my most successful students and I thought to myself, what is it that made them successful? What did they do? And I did interviews with them and I asked them flat out. And I've included those interviews inside of Maps Mentor 2.0. You can go and you can watch them. There's like 4 or 5 of them in there. So Lamont West was one of the gentlemen that I interviewed. He quit his job working at the bank and he runs his map business with his son who's using the money to pay for his college. Derby Perez. Derby Perez is from Florida. That's where I am right now, which is awesome. And Derby posted inside of the forum, which I'll tell you about in a little bit here. He got 3 clients in 24 hours. And then he posted again after, I think this is like a couple days later, looks like about 2 weeks later, that he's got 5 more clients after that. So this is the kind of student results that we get. I don't really know, they just post this in the forum. I didn't ask for this. Awesome. Another one I didn't ask for, just posted it. Hi Paul, I landed my first client for GMB. Again, GMB stands for Google My Business, which is just another name for Google Maps. It's from Daniel there. Matthew Smith, he said I grabbed a client for $2,500. So another awesome one. Roger A, he hit me up in Messenger, and he hit me up because he had a question, and he was telling me that he had 2 clients previously, is what he was telling me in this conversation. And then that's when I asked, how much are you billing them? That's what I said them. He's billing them $500 per month. Again, I didn't ask for this. It's just conversations that come through as I'm talking to students. Another one from Anthony Rose says that he's got 4 clients so far, one for $800 a month, one for $500, and 2 of them only pay him $250. So I mean, $250 is still not bad. I mean, I'm guessing he probably started at that and then worked his way up. That's what most people do. So let's talk about bonuses, right? I want to really over-deliver for you. What I like to do is I like to really over-deliver on everything I do. So bonus number 1 that I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you my Google My Business WordPress theme. This is the theme that I developed so that I would be able to outsource the process. It really powers up the listing because it connects the maps listing with your website, which is huge. And it looks nice. The design is set to convert. And the reason why I built this theme is that so I could hand it to my outsourcers and literally just give it to them and they could set up the website. So you're going to get the exact same theme that I use and that I hand to my outsourcers to build them up for me. Works nice because my outsourcers literally come in, the design is done with the theme, and they just input in the customer information. So you can do the same thing. Either set it up yourself or hand it off to your outsourcers. So this is a $79 value. I'm doing this for the first 25 buyers only. So if you're one of the first 25, again, you can go to mapsmentor.com/2017-discount, and you can get that as well. And what will happen is the bonus will show up in your membership area if you're one of the first 25. So after the first 25, there'll be a different members area for those people who won't see the bonuses, but you'll see the bonuses in there if you're one of the first 25. And if you have any questions, you can always hit me up too. But I'm doing something else. Bonus number 2 is my done for you client getting funnels. Now, these funnels are actually straight from my ClickFunnels account. So those of you who use ClickFunnels, I literally give you the share URL and you import it right into your account. Now, if you don't have ClickFunnels, that's fine. You can still use the video, you can still use the copy, and you can just copy my design and you can use it on whatever you want to use it on. But if you have ClickFunnels, it's just you just import the share funnel. It's super easy. So you guys remember how I talked about the verifying the listing? This is that funnel. So if you want to send traffic to it, I'll show you what this looks like. But it's a $297 value, and I'm doing this as well for the first 25 buyers. But let me break down what this funnel actually looks like. So they land on the page, and it says that your listing is at risk for removal. And then there's a video that plays, and you can actually use the same video as well. And it says, here's why you want to do this. You appear to be out of business. You can't respond to your bad reviews, and you'll receive more leads to your business if you verify it. So then they enter in their name and their email address, and they hit claim my search listing. And you can see here it says fill in the form to instantly get help claiming your listing. It's fast and easy, and you're one click away from getting more leads. And then I show them like an increase in views. So increase of leads after claiming the listing. So what happens now? Well, now you've captured information. This is your lead magnet. Then they go to the next page. We make claiming your local listing easy and fast. And this is where you can offer to help them for a small amount if you want to do it that way. Other people were asking, do you charge for it? Sometimes we charge for it. We charge a small amount. Remember, keep it under $100 though. So then they click, this is a video, it's a sales video, which is all done as well. And this will import right into your account too. And then they come to the next page, which they fill out their credit card information and complete the order. So again, you can either just copy this entire funnel as a bonus, use all the videos, all the copy, use the design for inspiration, or you just copy my ClickFunnels share URL, it imports into your account, and you get it automatically. So very, very cool bonus that I wanted to give for you. But bonus number 3 is perhaps the best bonus of all, and that's access to the mastermind community. Now, I really valued this at $19.97, but I think that this could be worth way, way more than that, because I see other, mastermind communities going for $8,000 a year, some even $50,000 a year. And there's just no better way to learn than being a part of a mastermind community like this. And this is an actual forum community. It'll be included with your membership if you're one of the first 25, where you can come in, you can ask questions. I'll show you what it looks like actually. If I go into the forum here, we've got people in here all the time. You can see over 1,300 members in here, and people are in here posting questions. They're posting tips and tricks. I remember seeing in the tips and tricks forum that there was a Google contact that came in. Someone had found how to contact Google directly and put it in the tips and tricks forum. That was one of the most awesome things I found in there. So everyone grows and learns together, and that's what's so cool about a mastermind community. I see a lot of questions coming in. I'm definitely going to answer them once we get through these bonuses, but it's just so cool. So let me go back to the keynote here. All right, so the rock solid Maps Mentor 2.0 30-day guarantee. Now, I look at some of the 30-day guarantees and some of the money-back guarantees out there, and I scratch my head thinking like, vendors clearly aren't looking out for the success of their customers sometimes. Like, I see some other people putting out courses and just think like, man, they just really, it doesn't seem like they care about the success of their customers. So that's why this guarantee was put into place. Now, if you follow the Maps Mentor 2.0 method and you don't get any results, I will literally assign someone to coach you through it to make absolutely sure that you cannot fail. And that's how confident I am that my product will work for you. I stand behind my product. This is my flagship course. You saw all the success stories that come out of it. So you can buy with confidence today knowing that you're going to come into this and you're going to get, the assistance that you need to really grow this business. So again, mapsmentor.com/2017-discount. So we're going to do some Q&A. If you need any support, if you bought and you're having trouble getting in or something like that, you can hit up paul@pauljames.com. That's my support desk. And I am on vacation, keep in mind, so it may take me like 24 hours to get back to you. But I am checking things, and I have people in place, of course, to check it for me. And if it's something simple like you just need help getting access, that gets answered quick. If it's something that's more intricate and takes my personal attention, then that takes a little bit longer to answer because I am on vacation. But let me show you how checkout works. We're going to go visit that URL. I want to show you how that coupon code works here. So if you go to mapsmentor.com/2017-discount, you can come and check out the lander. You can check out some testimonial videos. These are like snapshots from the video interviews that we did. And then there's some frequently asked questions there. You can check it out. But here's what I want you to pay attention to is this coupon code. Now this is normally $4.97. So what you're going to do is you're going to copy this coupon code, 2017 deal. You're going to click add to cart. And when you come in here on the checkout page, see where it says have a coupon? You're going to click that and you're going to punch in the code 2017 deal and you're going to apply and watch the price. You save $200. It drops it to $297. This is a webinar only special that I'm doing for you guys. So that's how you do it. And you can choose if you want to pay with PayPal or credit card. So you'll just check which one you want to pay with. If you want to pay with credit card, you can enter that in. If you want to pay with PayPal, you can check that. And you'll enter your email here. This is where we're going to, send the access to the product, and you'll hit purchase this now. And you'll be good to go. You'll get instant access. All right, guys, let's do some Q&A, questions and answers. What do you guys got for me? There's a lot of people on this call, guys. So if I miss your questions, by the time we get off of here, I'm really sorry, and just feel free to email me. But I am on my laptop and I'm trying to answer all the questions with only one screen, and there's a lot of people on here. Why does a business keep paying you after you rank them in the 3-pack? So that's the key, is that you're going to keep them ranked only if they keep paying you. So there's things that you can do to make sure that they keep paying you, meaning that you can derank them actually if they don't keep paying you. So you can kind of reverse what you did if they stop paying you. Do I talk about the best niches to go after? I do talk a lot about niche selection. I think I've said in day number 2. And that is really critical. Heidi's asking that question. Very, very critical that you pick the right niche. And I do go over that. That's one of the most important things. Someone says, can I go over day 3? Yeah, let's go over day 3. Day 3 is website juice-up phase. So during this phase, you'll tweak your client's website so that Google is basically forced to thrust them to the top of the search results. Not only do they want you to do this, but they love you for it. That's day number 3. Was this webinar recorded? It was, and I sure hope that the recording turned out because we had so many audio issues. Someone says, what happens after July 28th? Someone's saying July 28th because of the verification thing. I'll go back to that screenshot here. So this was just, they were saying after July 28th, the new businesses that come up that aren't verified, they're going to actually look into shutting those listings down. So there's new ones that come in every day. So it's not just after July 28th that they all disappear. These come in every day. So this actually was posted before July 28th of this year or whatever. So we've already passed that date on some of them, and new listings keep popping up over and over and over again. So that's a good question. So you don't have to worry that you're not going to find non-verified listings anymore because there's so many of them. New ones pop up every single day. But that's the key. You want to make sure you get them verified right away so that they don't disappear. And that's what Google is letting you know in that update, is that they're going to be monitoring listings that pop up there, and they're going to delete them. Someone said they're an existing member. Will, hit me up via the support desk if you have questions about that. JC says, how long is this offer good for? Well, the bonuses are good for the first 25 people. So once we fill that up, then the bonuses go away. The offer will stay open probably for only a couple of days. And the reason why is because I really, really am attentive to customers. And that's why we have such great success stories out of this. This is a mastermind community, and you're coming into not just a course, but a community. And I keep that community pretty tight knit. So what ends up happening is I end up shutting the offer down, and I leave it shut for a really long time, usually 6 months, usually 3 to 6 months. So if you miss it this time around, the next time you'd probably get in is the next time around, and there might be a price increase. So the price does tend to increase every time we reopen it. Why do some businesses with no reviews rank higher in maps than ones with reviews? Eric, that's something we cover inside the course. That's because of the methods that I teach you, and that's why you saw that towing example where I ranked without any reviews. There's certain things that you can do to power up the listing that sometimes you don't even need reviews. Can you get a business to show up on the maps that are in a different town than the business is located? You absolutely can, and that's something we also talk about in the course. When will the replay be available? I'll get it up as soon as I can. You see my internet is kind of crappy here. That's why the audio keeps cutting in and out. But I will definitely do my best to get it up as soon as possible. So I want you guys to have access to everything. So we'll definitely work on that. Let's see here. Someone says, is this different from your previous Maps Mentor course? This is a new version, John. This is an entirely different course. So if you bought the previous version, Maps Mentor 1.0, this is an entirely new redone course. Every single video, like I said, let me just go through it. I'll just show you. Rather than tell you, I'd rather show you. So if we come to dashboard, you're talking about the 1.0 version. So you still have access to your 1.0 version. But 2.0 members have an entirely new course over here. And I've got it laid out very, very simple. You can see each day is laid out. So you're going to start here, and you're going to get an introduction. If you want to go lead generation route, I talk about how to do that, meaning selling leads, versus client SEO. I talk about how to do that. And then there's how to pick out a domain, call tracking. I saw people asking, how do you track the calls? I go over all of that. Let's go back here. The research phase, people were asking about how to pick out a niche. That's what this video is all about. I actually get live on camera in this course. So a lot of courses you don't actually see the person, you just kind of see the screen. Not me. I get right on the whiteboard. I draw stuff out for you. I show you. I do over the shoulder videos on my desk. I mean, it's just killer. There's just tons and tons of content in here, but not overwhelming. You're not going to be overwhelmed. If you're a complete beginner and you're coming in here, it's just going to make sense. If you've never set up posting before, you can watch this video. I'll show you how to do it. But if you already know how to do it, you can skip it. So I really, really am very, very thorough in this. And you're going to see that as you go through. So yeah, lots of great content in here. And this is the 2.0 version. So if you've got 1.0, you're going to want to get this, and you can see how different it is. So here's the interviews. You can watch the full interviews. Each of these are about 20 to 30 minutes long. These are success stories. So you want to look at previous students and see examples of how they got started, what they did differently. Then that's what you want to watch. Keith says, I missed some due to sound. Hopefully the replay will be good. All right, I'm going to keep going through questions here. Can we pay with PayPal credit? Eric, I think you should be able to. I think if you select PayPal and then pretend you're checking out, I think when you get to the payment page, PayPal will ask you where you want the balance taken from. And I think from there you can select credit. But if you're having trouble, feel free to just hit up my support, pauljames.com, and we'll see what we can do to assist you. How do I decide on my pricing, whether to charge $500, $750, or $1,000? So I use a couple of things to decide that. And I talk about that in the course. But one of which is what I showed you here, is you can definitely determine what Google would charge, and you can use that as a really good guideline. Like Google's charging $30 just for a click for Atlanta plumbing. So we go over that in the course. I have a module called, I think it's called How to Determine Your Value Proposition, or Illustrating Your Value Proposition, right here. You'll want to pay attention to this video right here, Illustrating Your Value Proposition, and I show you on a spreadsheet how to break down what you should charge and how to present that to clients. It's a great question. How do you tweak the client's website? I go over that as well. We have a whole module dedicated to that. Brian, yes. Tommy Lee says, got to pick up the kids. Thanks, Paul. You rock. Thanks, Tommy. I appreciate it. Thanks, Patricia. Appreciate it. A lot of people coming on board, guys. Welcome. Feel free to hop into the forum right up here at the top and say hello, do an introduction. Paul, do you have scripts? There are scripts. There's some actually right inside of the forum There's a selling and prospecting forum where there's some scripts in. Peter says, I'm not a programmer. How do I tweak the client's website? You do not have to be a programmer by any means. So I show you how to do it. Some cases you might not even want to use the client's website. You might want to use an entirely new website just for maps. I show you how to do that. So even if you don't know how to program, I don't know how to program, it doesn't matter. Do you rank more than one company in the same niche or same city? So I normally like to keep a 20-mile radius between clients in the same niche. So like I don't want to work with 2 heating contractors within a 20-mile radius. And the reason why is because that's kind of silly because you're competing with yourself. But that doesn't exclude me from other niches, and that certainly doesn't exclude me from other heating contractors outside of their service area. Can you rank in maps without a website, or does it depend on the niche? Definitely depends on the niche. It's definitely easier with a website. Patricia says, Paul offers fantastic customer service. You can't go wrong with any of his products, period. Thanks so much, Patricia. I really, really appreciate that. And I definitely try best to do that. Donald, you were one of the first 25, and you'll see access to the bonuses inside your members area. So thanks so much for dropping aboard with us. We appreciate that so much. Raymond, hit up the support desk at paul@pauljames.com. Just going through more questions. There's a lot coming through. If I missed any of your questions, feel free to hit up paul@pauljames.com. Heidi says, I just bought. Can I start right away? You absolutely can. Okay, Eric, just hit up my support desk and we'll see what we can do to assist you with that. I'm just answering some questions in the chat box. The bonus you won't see on the payment page, it'll actually be right within your account. Yes, this webinar is live today, Raymond. Peter says that you have it. Awesome, Peter. Appreciate that so much. Does this course help me handle the needs of all of the clients that I'm able to get? Yes, 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 yes. It absolutely does. And like I said, the goal is to go after the low-hanging fruit clients. And you bring up a really good point, Daryl. You don't want to go after a bunch of clients and then not be able to serve them all, which is why I teach you how to go after the low-hanging fruit clients. Clients that you'll be able to serve with little to no maintenance. Like all those case studies that I showed you, I can't think of one of them that I've touched within the past 2 years, and they still rank. I'm just trying to look back at them. The heating contractor, haven't touched this one in a few years. The roofing client, haven't touched this one in a few years. The towing company, haven't touched that in years. Why? They're still getting results, awesome results. Here's a towing client, right? 1,600 calls. The reason why is because of niche selection, and this is what we go through on day number 2. This is your researching phase. It's the foundation of everything. You build this foundation strong like I do, and you spend little to no time maintaining. That's the key. Yes, Heidi, you are one of the first 25. You should see the bonuses loaded in your account. You'll know if you got the bonuses because you'll see access to the forum. When you click on forum, you'll be able to access it. Okay, you'll be able to access it. And then your other bonuses will be inside of the client getting module. These are a lot of different client getting strategies, but you'll have access to the funnels here to download the funnel. Okay, so be sure to check that out. Yes, Dennis, you sure did. How long does it typically take to rank a map listing, someone is asking? Typically it takes, from the time that you verify it, it takes about 2 weeks. Now, I just had a client that I just picked up, and we got the listing verified. It took about a week to get the postcard in the mail, and about a week later we had him ranked. And it took very minimal amount of effort to get him ranked. The reason why? Again, it all goes back to day number 2, because of the research phase, because we spent time looking for low-hanging fruit listings. Will there be a replay? We'll certainly try to have a replay, you bet. Donald, you'll see the bonuses if you go up and go through on the forum. What I just went through. If you don't see them and you're one of the first 25, feel free to hit me up. But I'm looking on my phone here, Donald. You are one of the first 25. You should see them. So feel free to contact Paul at pauljames.com if you don't see them. And again, if I haven't answered your question, then it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's just because I missed it. There's a lot of people on here. So if I didn't answer it, just hit up Paul at pauljames.com. What do you feel is a realistic yet conservative number of customers to obtain if the program is followed perfectly? I mean, it's really, the possibilities are really endless with it. I mean, you saw extreme cases like Derby, who landed like multiple clients in his first 24 hours, and then there's other cases like Lamont, who it took him about 9 months before he was able to quit his job at the bank. So it's really, I think my first year, if I remember correctly, I got about 8 clients. Now, that was a lifestyle choice for me at that time, to get 8 clients. And I think this was in about, I don't know, within a year. I mean, I hit the 6-figure mark within a year with this. And it took about 8 clients to do that, if I'm remembering correctly. And keep in mind, I didn't have a course to follow, right? This is something that I had just kind of, it was like a brainchild of mine, and I just started experimenting. You guys have the exact system to implement, so it's kind of, you can't really even compare it. It's like comparing apples to oranges. So hopefully that helps. Okay, Donald sees the bonuses now. Awesome, Donald. Glad you found them. Will these methods help in ranking clients that have some strong competition? Okay, so yes, I teach you everything, right? I give you everything, but I teach you how to work smarter, not harder. So the way I like to work is I would rather have 10 clients paying me $500 a month that I have to do no work on every single month than have one client pay me $5,000 a month that I have to slave over. Okay, so that's my thinking. That's my methodology. If you're the opposite and you'd rather have the big whales, right? You want the clients that pay you $5,000, but you're doing a lot of work for. Maps Mentor will still work, right? I still teach you all the methods, but that's just not the strategy I like to follow. That's just my lifestyle choice. I like to sit in Florida and go to Disney World, for a month. Vince says that's awesome. Thanks, Vince. I appreciate that. Any other questions? We've still got a lot of people on here. Please show the bonuses again if they're available. They are still available. We still have a few slots left, so I'll go through them. Good call. Bonus number 1, the WordPress theme, right? This is going to help you sync the listings together, the Google My Business listing with the website. And also it allows you to hand it off to an outsourcer, because you don't have to be a programmer. You don't have to be a graphic designer. It syncs everything up. You just plug in your client's information. Super easy. I sell this for $79 as a standalone, but I'm giving it to you for free when you purchase. If you're one of the first 25, which if you purchase now, you will be. So that's bonus number 1. Bonus number 2 is really, really cool. It's the done for you client getting funnels. This is a $297 value. The reason why is because this is the exact method we broke down, right, on the call, how to find these unverified listings. So what you do is you can either just send emails and send them to your funnel, right, and do it that way, or you could run Facebook ads and you could try to do it that way as well. I actually show you how to do Facebook ads in the course. I have a whole module on that. But what I like to do is I like to go and I like to find the unverified listings, right? And then I like to send emails out to them and push them into this funnel. That way it's like almost completely hands off. And you can find an outsourcer to do the emails and the finding for you. They'll find them, they'll email them, and then they'll send them to the landing page, and you take them through your funnel. So I'm giving you this funnel all done. You can import it right into your account and you're good to go. And then bonus number 3 is access to the mastermind community. That's the forum community where you can go in, you can learn what's working for other people. People post client getting strategies in there. They post tips and tricks that are going on. So it's just such an awesome value. It's really a no-brainer. I don't know of another course out there that is anywhere near that comes close to this one. And I'm not just saying that because it's mine. I'm saying that because there's just been so much success stories that come out of it. And it's a topic that no one really knows what they're talking about. Like there hasn't been anyone else out there that's done it like I've done it. Someone says, since I'm from Milwaukee, would I be your competitor? I mean, I've got a lot of clients in Milwaukee, but I don't just focus on my area. I focus on lots of other areas. I mean, you saw I had that client in Sweden, so I guess you could say if you're in Sweden, you're my competitor. There's just so many new businesses every single day that come out. I think I saw a study once, and it was like 500,000 new businesses. I don't know if that was a month or a year. I think it was a month that are starting every month. I mean, there's just so many. So I'm not worried about competition. Let's see. I have a few clients who I work with who don't have an office. How do I go about getting them on maps to drive more leads? You can rent an office. You know, that would be the absolute worst case scenario. You can use their home address and just hide it. So you can do that. You can do a virtual office. Now, Google has rules about virtual offices. And the rules are that the virtual office has to be staffed. Now, any virtual office that you buy is going to be staffed, so I don't see that being an issue. I have some other techniques. Renting a mailbox. Mailboxes are staffed. You don't want to go for like a UPS store because, you know, that it's kind of gray hatish, I would say. But I still do it. I don't have a problem doing it. If you do, then don't do it. But you can definitely use, you know, an address. You just need to find an address. And you can hide the address from Google. Meaning, when I say hide it, I mean Google gives you the option to display it. Because obviously, you know, if you're using a house address, you don't want customers showing up at it. So you can either choose to display that address to customers or you can choose to hide it. And in that case, I would recommend choosing to hide it from customers, not Google. Does Google ding the listing if the phone number is different when you use tracking numbers? So this is what you want to do. When we talked about backlinks without backlinking, you want to make sure that your tracking number is the same on Google as it is on Yelp. So what you wouldn't want to do is you wouldn't want to put a tracking number on Google but have a different number on Yelp. You'd want those numbers to be the same. So that's why I said you want to make sure the numbers match. So it's fine to use a tracking number. Just make sure that tracking number is the same on your Yelp listing then and on your Angie's List listing. Daryl, this is like the full-blown package here. This is everything you need, and I went through and showed you it, so it should be pretty easy to see how it compares. This is like the full package. Does the benefits of citations go away if you hide the address? No, the benefits do not go away. They still benefit you even if you hide the address. It's purely an aesthetic thing. Like Google knows that not all businesses want customers coming to their location, and that's why we hide the address in some cases. Awesome. Donnie says this is awesome stuff. He's a 2.0 member. Awesome, Donnie. Thanks so much. Do we just input the discount, the $200 in the coupon field? Yeah, so here's how we do it. I'll show you again. So you come to mapsmentor.com/2017-discount. I'll put it in the chat box again. And then on this page, you can see here, use the coupon code 2017DEAL. So grab that coupon code, hit the add to cart button, scroll down to where it says have a coupon, And you see the price right now says $4.97, but when you input the coupon code 2017 deal and you hit apply, it's going to make the price $2.97. So you're saving $200 off of that coupon code, which is for you guys only. And then you can just choose to pay with PayPal or your credit card, and then you hit purchase now and you're in. You get instant access right away. Any other questions before we wrap up, guys? Awesome. Cool. Yeah, no problem, Vince. Happy to help, and looking forward to seeing you inside the course. All right. Very, very cool. So I've got a special unannounced bonus that I'm going to give to anyone who purchases or who has purchased before we wrap up this webinar. So I'm saving this for the webinar, okay, because I'm putting it at the end because you guys are here live. So those of you guys who are here live, I want to do something above and beyond for you guys. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Unannounced super bonus, weekly webinar coaching. So this is going to help you get started up and running, and these will start 7 to 10 days after you purchase. So if you already purchased, I'm going to do this for you. This isn't going to be an instant bonus. You're going to see this 7 to 10 days after you purchase, right? But because you guys are here, you took time out of your day to attend. Okay, anyone who purchases before I end this call is going to get this as well. So if you're still here, you're thinking about purchasing, but you haven't yet, you still are going to get access to this weekly webinar coaching. So we're going to do a couple sessions weekly to help you get up and running. These will start 7 to 10 days after the purchase. So if you already purchased this, right, I'm gonna reward you for fast action. You're gonna get access to this in 7 to 10 days. I'll email you about it. And then if you have not purchased yet, you still have a second chance to take action right now before the webinar ends. And I'm going to give you access to this as well. Right? This isn't in the slides. This is something that was not put in the slides. Putting this at the end of the webinar for those of you who attended live, because I want to reward you for attending live. Okay, any other questions before we wrap up? I'll wait like a few more minutes to give people time to purchase. I'll put it in the chat box again as well. Vince says you are the man over delivering. Thanks so much, Vince. Appreciate that. And I have access to your emails already, so you don't need to email me anything. I can see when you purchased. I have access to your email. So I will use that email that you put on the purchase page. So if we go back to here, whatever email you enter here on the checkout page, that's the email I'm going to send your coaching access to for the weekly webinars. Chris, if you have 2.0, you do not. If you have 1.0, this is an entirely different one. But if you have 2.0, you do not. All right, awesome. Very, very cool. Just waiting a few more minutes to give anyone who wants to take advantage of that unannounced bonus, the super bonus, a chance to do that and before we wrap up the webinar here. Awesome. Thanks, Donnie. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you're in. Very, very cool. We'll send you an email for sure. All right, any lingering questions? This is a 2-minute warning. Let's set a timer. All right, this is the 2-minute timer. We are counting down. Have I ever sold this before? Yeah, I sell this like every 6 months. I will let new people in. But after that, then I shut it down and then I wait another like 3 to 6 months to open it up again. That's why I showed you all the client success stories. Where do the bonuses show? The bonuses will show up instantly in your account. You'll know because you'll have access to the forum. So let's see here. You'll have them in the getting client section. You'll see the funnel in that section, and then you'll see the forum up here in the menu bar, and you'll be able to access it. Does it work in other languages too? It sure does. Remember, in Sweden, I have a client, I showed you that screenshot at the beginning. I worked in an entirely different language and still ranked. I don't even speak the language. Had to translate everything. We still got it done. Awesome. Steve says, I love all your stuff. I believe I have Maps 2.0. What is the login URL? Steve, hit up the support desk and we can get you sorted. And I appreciate that so much. It's Paul at pauljams.com. Steve, ClickFunnels, I think you get a special deal with my share URL. I think it's like a small monthly fee. I think it's like a $37 fee if you do my share funnel, but I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on that. There's some different options. They have different packages based on your budget, though. Otherwise, you can just copy the videos and copy the copy and design, and you can build it out on your own funnel software if you use WordPress or whatever. But if you want to make it easy and just import it into your account, you can do that too. All right, guys, time is up. I hear it beeping in my ear here. Hit OK. Yeah, Vince, if the share funnel is already there, all you have to do is click the share funnel link. It'll import right into your account, and you don't have to do anything else. All right, I see lots of thank yous coming in. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day. Donald says, great webinar. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for attending. And I will work on getting the replay out as soon as I possibly can. And again, we'll talk real soon. I'll be emailing out details on the other webinars in 7 to 10 days. And thank you so much. We'll talk soon.